Hey, this is Stacia, and I'm going to share with you a Blitz game that I played on chess.com because this game is one where everything went right, and I'm going to show you basically a crazy opening you can play as black, as recommended by Grandmaster Jan Gustafsson in his E4 E5 Lifetime Repertoire course. And lo and behold, it happened in this game. So I thought I would go ahead and share it. So let's have a look at this. It went e4, e5, knight f3, knight to c6, and bishop to c4. So this is the Italian game. And after knight to f6, white has a few options. They can go knight g5 if they want to go into the two knights. They can actually, let's see. Can they castle? I think if they castle, we actually have... no, they can't castle. We would take here and play d5. But they can go d3. They can go... I feel like there's other moves I'm not remembering. Knight c3 is a move, but I would take here. Okay, but anyway. They did play this in the game. I went d5, which is pretty much forced. And after takes, knight a5. This is a good move because it attacks the bishop, so there's no time to like play here and check, because we can actually take the piece that's checking the king, and now black's winning. So knight a5 is a really nice move, and then here white has some more ways to play, but my opponent picked the most common, which is check, and after c6, take here. And we do this unusual move of taking with a pawn, because now we're sacrificing a pawn for initiative. This bishop has to move again. This knight's going to have to move again after something like h6. And our pieces are starting to become really active. So we play for activity like this. Okay, but this knight is weird. I will say that. The knight on the rim is dim. But it's better than that knight, I guess. Maybe. Okay, so my opponent played the most testing line. Well, the trickiest line, let's say, queen f3. And I love to see this because now I'm going to share with you the point of the video. I love to sack the exchange here. And here's how I do it. I start with h6, which looks crazy. And I usually play these moves very quick because I figure my opponent might think that I don't see, what's happening here. So they go here, which it looks silly to allow that move. But then I take the bishop, okay? So we're going to take. And after knight check, okay, don't take with the queen. Okay, that's not good. Okay, now that's hanging, and I don't like this position so much. So instead, we're going to take with the g-pawn. And yes, this is a crazy looking pawn structure. And now they are going to take our rook. And here's the point of all this. This crazy looking move, queen to d7. Okay, but there's a very concrete idea that we have in mind when we play this move. Okay, the concrete idea is this. I want to play knight to c6, and that's the lock her up move. We're going to lock up that queen so that she can't leave. Okay, the knight guards the pawn. The knight is guarded by the queen. The queen can't go here because of the bishop. Queen can't go here because of the knight. So you get the point. The queen gets sort of entombed in the black position. And so knight c6 is the main idea. Now we also have the idea of, let's say the queen retreats. We can actually go bishop to b7, and you're like, Stacia, you're blundering a pawn. Yeah, I know. This is just part of the line, though. We just go here. Now, I mean, look how active our position is. The only downside, I think, to this whole line is that you have to be careful against lower rated players because white can actually take here and now get a perpetual check. We really have nothing better than bishop d8, and then they can check us again. And then we pretty much got to go bishop e7. Everything else is losing. So this could be a draw. But I think I've only had that one time ever. And that was in blitz. Okay, but back to the game. After queen d7, my opponent unknowingly just castled. And now I can play knight c6. And already I like black. Because that queen is going to have a real difficult time escaping. So he played this move. Now there actually is a little bit of venom to this move. Okay, if I just simply go, let's say I go here and I'm like, haha, I'm going to castle and I'm going to win your queen. Okay, they could maybe jump here attacking the bishop. And if I just castle, you know, you got to watch it. Don't get forked. So, they could also try this because it looks like the knight's hanging, and it is, but so is our bishop. And I think white's winning again because that queen is not trapped anymore. If we go here, we lose a rook. Okay, I don't mind sacking one rook, but two, that's a little much. So we'd probably have to do something like knight d8. Ugh. Okay, this is not what we were dreaming of. So you have to watch it with these moves. So even after this, I don't even know what we do here, honestly. I think, yeah, I don't even know what to do. I think it's already worse for us. So you have to be careful when the knight comes to c3. You got to watch for these ideas of forking. But hey, no problem. I did know about that, and I played the move bishop g7. I figured, okay, that's protected. And I'm just learning this now. I love learning new things. The computer loves the move king e7. It says black's totally winning. Okay, I really like that. That is just amazing. But I am curious about this move. Wow, I can't even believe this. I can't believe this. The engine says king e6. We're just bringing our king up. We don't even care. Just don't even care that attacks the knight. Wow, that is something. Okay, I mean, I was kind of wondering about the queen getting out from this, right? Like here. And, oh, wait a minute, I'm wrong. The queen's still trapped. Wow, that's amazing. That's guarded by the knight. It's guarded by the bishop. That's protected. Knight, bishop, pawn, pawn, and bishop. Wow. That's amazing. Wow, I'm definitely going to play this if I get a position like this again. I'm going to play this king e7, king e6 middle game plan. Have you ever heard of anything so ridiculous? Okay. In the actual game, I played this. This is more practical. And they grabbed the pawn, which I don't have anything better to recommend. So, you know, here we castled though, and now that queen is just in too much trouble. I don't see a way to save the queen. So they took on a7. I mean, that's as good of a try as anything. But here I can play a couple different moves. I played bishop e7, which the computer does like. I was definitely thinking about bishop a6 as well. I'm curious about that one. Bishop a6. Wow, that's a blunder. Oh, we let the queen out. Look at that. The knight is also attacking that. Wow, gotta be careful. So bishop b7 is, that's not happening now. So the best, often in these lines, the best white has is to sack for the rook. Now don't forget, we gave up an exchange earlier, so. Okay, but then in this game, my opponent went here, and I really like black now because we've got an initiative, we've got 2 bishops, and we have a queen. White has 2 rooks, but I mean, the rooks are not even developed yet. The bishop's not even developed. And you do have to watch out for pawns. But here's the thing that I'm learning recently. If you saw my Mass Turkey video, round 2, then you may have seen the same idea in that video. The idea is that, yes, these pawns are pretty amazing, right? It's basically, I guess I would call it 4 versus 1. I don't know what to call it. 4 versus 0. But as long as these pawns are far back and they're not too far advanced, and especially with the lack of development, then black is still winning here. Okay, we'll be able to infiltrate when the pawns move, be able to attack the king, preventing white from proceeding, and that's basically how that goes. Unfortunately, we'll never know because my opponent played this move, and I got a checkmate in 1 move. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I think, this whole line with queen f3, h6, I think is so fun to play and so interesting. I feel like when I play lines like this, I learn a lot more about chess. I learn the value of an exchange. I learn how to trap the queen properly. I learn to watch for out-of-the-box ideas like, knight d5. And I end up learning crazy, crazy middle game plans like king e7. What the heck is that? I just can't believe the computer says we can do this. That's amazing. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with more. Okay, bye.